Well, you must have heard your favourite YouTubers say the words Boomer, Gen X, Millennials, and Generation Z. Well, I'm going to explain to you a little bit more about what it means if you don't know already. So let's hit it. Boomers. Boomers between 1944 and 1964. There's age 55 to 75, and the size of the population is 76 million. Wow. Post World War II optimists. Then we've got Generation X, which is 1965 to 1979, age 40 to 54, population size 82 million, heavily into TV and Facebook. The Cold War and rise of personal computing and the highest debt load of 142,000. Oh, dear me. And the next one is the Millennials, which is most of the population of YouTube, 1980 to 1994, 25 to 39, 95 million, the size of the population. Explosion of the internet and the Great Recession. Yes, the Great Recession. Wow, how times have changed. And then we've got the Gen Z, which is the no ones. It's 1995 to 2019, age 0 to 24, and there's 25% of the population. Wow. Heavily uses mobile devices, internet access at a young age. Similar to Gen X, the parents, well, there you go. I don't know what to say about that. So yeah, so what are your views on this? If you want to comment below, let me know what you are, what you fall into. And yeah, just have a laugh, that's all really. Anyway, let's get on and chat a bit more about this and about which generation I am. Hello, how are you doing? Welcome back. So yeah, so what am I? I'm Gen X, Generation X. I was born in the summer of 1969. I'm now 50 years old. I was 50 last August. If you don't know that already, if you do, then welcome back. So yeah, I was born in a town called Stafford, in Staffordshire, in England, heart of England, right in the heart of England, near Birmingham, near Wolverhampton, near Stoke-on-Trent. That's where I was born, a nice, beautiful little town. I do miss it. I've been gone since 2008. I've been living in Dover, Kent, since then. But Stafford, what it means to me is a place I'll love to always call home. Even though I've left it all behind now. So, Gen X. Me, I was so grateful to be brought up in that era because I grew up with the very first home computer. There's an X80, there's an X81, Spectrum, Commodore 64, Amstrad, you name it. My dad had it. My dad had the computers. So yeah, I remember that day coming back from school in 1980 and my dad had this X81, sat there for hours and hours programming data in. In those days you had to program the computers. If you're Gen X yourself, you'll know exactly what I mean. And the graphics were so naff for the day. That was the best you could get. And it was the era of those handheld games, the one that could beep, you know, like the Mario ones. Those are the days, the space hoppers, you name it. But what you taught then was, because there was no mobile phones, there was hardly any technology, it was just the basic computers. Hardly anyone had a PC because we weren't around then. It was the Apple IIs, stuff like that. So in them days it was like you had to write to people, you had to communicate. The world was quite a massive place then. There was, you know, to have a pen pal, it took about a month to write. I had an American pen pal, and yeah, I got a letter once every few weeks. I got a letter sent to the back, so it was like about a month and a half. You managed to reply to each other. That was the way it was in those days. Trust me. I mean, you millennials and Gen Ys or Zs, you know, yeah, you know nothing in them days really. You know, you haven't lived it. I can still remember the first time I saw it on a mobile phone on a train in the early 90s, and it's me going, wow, look at that. You know, they put it on the table, a big chunky thing, you know. I'm thinking, damn, they've got a mobile phone, they show off gits, you know. And 2 years later, people start getting mobile phones, so it was, a few years later. So I'm so proud to have been a part of that generation. The 80s was my youth, becoming a teenager in the 80s, going nightclubbing, late 80s, early 90s. Those, the memories I'll never ever forget. So I'm proud to call myself Gen X, no matter what anyone says. There's a lot of millennials out there, good on them, they're close to it. But the Gen Z, they know nothing of them days apart from what they see on YouTube and what they read and what they've learned at school. School in them days, my God. When I was in middle school, we were using fountain pens with blotting paper, and we weren't allowed to use biros. I mean, that is old school. I feel really old now talking about that. It's just the thought of using a blotting paper, get ink everywhere on your hands, on your clothes. You used to go for school with ink on your shirt, You used to have little ink fights. Those are days when you get the cane and I'll try 1,000 liners. I will not use a pea shooter in school, But I never got the cane because I was bullied at school, but the bullies got the canes and stuff. It was just one of them days one of them decades where I can definitely say I'm proud to be part of. And I've got the patience of a saint, because in the old computers, that Spectrum, the Commodore 64, you had to wait 15 to 20 minutes for a game to load. It wasn't just put a disc in and let it load up. You had to physically load it, and it was like, the Spectrum 48K. 48K is now a fraction of a second, a millisecond. You can do 1 gig now in about a couple of seconds. In those days, 1 gig would have took you about a year. Well, yeah, most probably would have actually, yeah. And it's like, it's 56k modem, to load a web page up it took about 2 minutes. To load a picture up it took about 3 minutes. You couldn't have HD pictures, you couldn't have HD video, because it was just all very low res, so it loads up faster. It's good to reflect that I was brought up in them days, because I appreciate technology more. I don't have to have my phone with me all the time. I don't have to have a tablet with me all the time. The only time I use my tablet is to check on my social media, check on Twitter, and I try and push these videos. But I don't carry the phone with me all the time. In fact, I haven't rang anyone on my phone in about 2 years. Well, family of course, but kind of thing, things like that. But it's just mainly used for internet, or that's it, just social media. So yeah, technology's come a long way. And if you are, I don't know if the millennials remember this, but MSN Messenger, we had about 5 or 6 different people chatting to at once into different boxes of pop up, and you always type the wrong message to the wrong person. Do you relate on that one? Because if you do, comment below, please. And I remember once chatting to this woman, and one of her family members passed away, and I was chatting to someone else, to the other people, and I put in her box by accident, laugh out loud, and oh my God, I had to apologise deeply. So I really better be careful one after I did that. Did apologise, of course, as you do. Yeah. It's just looking back on them days, looking back on the TV shows, looking back on that kind of stuff. I want to do a series chatting about my childhood, chatting about the TV, chatting about the movies that I grew up with, like Krull and The Dark Crystal and Labyrinth, things like that, and John Hughes films. These are the things I would love to chat about. If you want me to make a series out of it, please comment below, and I'd love to chat about it. Maybe a 6-part series or something. But so yeah, if you're Generation X, please comment and let me know, and I could start a Discord group called Generation Gen X or something if there's not one already. We need to stick together. Stick together. Okay. so that's about it really. I just wanted to do this little fun vlog. This week there's going to be no music reactions. I just tried to record one, but I haven't got it in me to record any music reactions. I've still got some Tomash ones to record. So give me till next week and see what I can do then. It's been a bit hectic and a lot of things going on in my mind at the moment. So yeah, see you in the next one.